if you want some realism, I've already had 2 slices of cake today, and I wanted to finish the whole cake, bearing in mind there's like 3/4 of it left. It's coffee cake as well. But I had a banana instead, and my hair, let me just adjust the, right, my hair, when I washed it this morning, I actually washed it on lunch with you this morning, it was lovely and curly and bouncy. It's fallen out now. So the sun's out, and I'm quite miserable because I'm not out. I'm indoors working, which is fine. I just feel like there's so many people who would really benefit from having some kind of realistic, I don't know, content to watch. I picked off this nail today, my little one, because they've been lifting all week. I cancelled my nail appointment for Saturday. Last Saturday, it's Wednesday now. So I have my updated one this Saturday. And I knew they were going to start lifting, and they have, but like it got too much today, so I peeled that off, and then I got annoyed at it because they've done 3 weeks and they're all stayed on really, really well. I went for a run yesterday afternoon, and I was so, and to be fair, I am still so proud of myself. It felt amazing. I've got the plant casting the shadows on me, that's what that is. And today, of course, I'm walking around like the hunchback of Notre Dame, like I literally am so hunched over, my legs are sore. I did 5 kilometres, and it took all I had to not say then I only did 5 kilometres, because that's a really far distance for me to run, because I'm not a, God, this, remove the plant, there we go. Yeah, because for me, like, that is a long way, and it is a long way. I need to give myself credit for that. But yeah, that's the reality. Like, it's, was it 4:20, and I've still got like 40 minutes of work. But I don't want to be doing it. I want to be out doing something else outdoors. And I think that's normal. You know, we work from home. Even if you work in an office, you work wherever you work in, what I'm feeling is normal. I know it is. Look how miserable that is. Imagine telling yourself in winter, you know, after such a long and cold and dreary winter, that the second the sun comes out, you're going to close it, shut it out. It's horrible. I hate doing it. So my run yesterday, I just kind of literally decided, I had this burst of energy, and I thought I'm going to go to the gym, and then I decided, no, just go and run up the road. And I did, and you know what? It was great. 5 kilometres. I tried to run for 30 minutes without stopping, and I did. I ran for almost 40 kilometres, imagine, 40 minutes without stopping. And I'm really proud of myself. Problem is I am a bit achy today, so I won't do the same thing today. I definitely want to get outside after work though, because it's way too nice. Oh, that reminds me as well, my friend, it's her birthday on Saturday. Yeah, so I need to make her a cake this week as well, which is nice. I practiced with a coffee cake, although I'm not going to make coffee cake. I'm not sure I practiced doing that. Anyway, that was just it, a little check-in. I'll be a bit happier next time. Hello, happy Friday. I'm going to do some baking this afternoon on my lunch break for Fiona's birthday cake that I told you about a couple of days ago. I've only got this Fear Dog, this apron to wear. I've lost my other one. Yes, how are you today? I hope you're well today. I've had a bit of a quiet week in terms of, like, I haven't really done much socially. I've just been working a lot. It's very busy at the moment in work, and I've actually done 2 5k runs, so that's to run off the coffee cake that I made the other day that I ate almost half of, or over half of. So yeah, it's not been great diet wise over here, but it's been enjoyable. I'm gonna follow a recipe. I'm kind of in between 2. I found a YouTube recipe that the guy, I forget what he's called now, he had a really good recipe for like a sponge, and I want it to be a really good sponge. I also want them to bake flat, so I'm going to try a new method. It's called like not taping, it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it basically involves you putting like a bit of fabric, a bit of wet fabric, or in my case I'm going to use kitchen paper towel and foil, and then you put it around the cake tins. Okay, I'm pretty much set up, and I've got a nice clear surface here. I need to sneeze now, for God's sake. Why is it when you wash your hands? Right, I'm just gonna wash my hands again. So the recipe I'm following, oh no, I've actually got any plain flour. Don't tell me I've got any plain flour. Oh no. Oh, I'll just use self-raising, it's fine, and I won't use as much baking. Wait, I won't use baking powder. Is that how it works? Do I substitute using, oh God. And it's also saying granulated. This is a different recipe to what I've ever used before, so we're gonna just have to see how it goes. So I won't use my caster sugar. eggs. Oh, do you know, I could have sworn we had plain flour, but it looks like we don't. No, I can look all I want, it's not going to appear. Okay, it says 360 grams, I need a measuring scale. 3 cups of soap, flour, baking powder, salt. Again, I'm always a bit iffy on salt, I'll just follow it. Butter, sugar, eggs, vanilla extract, milk. So I've got everything. So I love baking, but I don't really do it that often. This year I decided to, really this kind of the last couple of months, I decided I was gonna give myself a bit more time to like to myself and to do things like invest in myself kind of thing. So that's what this is. I'm not doing it I'm doing it because she has said she likes my baking, but we've also experienced my baking going quite wrong in the past. Let me concentrate for a second, 360 grams. So like I was saying, we've had a couple of instances with my baking before where it hasn't turned out kind of as expected or as hoped. So we're just hoping that this goes well. Right, we've got 360 grams. He didn't sift the flour, so I don't know if I should. I normally, do you know what I'm going to? Because I know, oh no, my siev's dirty. Right, okay, I won't sift the flour. I'm also going to use the tiniest bit of baking powder as well. Just because he did, it says to use 2.5. Should I just use like literally half a teaspoon? I'm going to go with literally a pinch of salt, like the tiniest amount of salt. He just whisked it all together to kind of, yeah, distribute it between all of the dry ingredients. I've liked this guy's videos because it's helped me kind of, I don't know. Oh, and you know what? This is also sifting it as well, isn't it? Like, I guess this is doing the work that I'd otherwise would have done with a sieve. Okay, I've just transferred that into a separate bowl. I'm now just going to measure the flour and the sugar out. It said to measure the flour, no, sorry, the flour, I meant the butter and the sugar. 284 grams of butter. This is the part I hate, is having like bits on my hands constantly. Okay, I'm just going to transfer that into there and I'm going to whisk for maybe 2 minutes or so. And now I'm going to measure out the sugar. I'm using granulated just because he said to use granulated. This isn't something that I would normally do. I need 400 grams. That's so much sugar. This is precarious. You're literally resting on the kitchen rail. 4 large eggs. I've only got medium. I'll have to make 2. Got way loader that I was saying earlier. So yeah, with my baking, it can be a bit hit and miss. It used to be great when I was younger, although I can't tell if it was like my family and like friends telling me like, oh, it's amazing because I was literally 7 years old, or if it actually was any good. So yeah, this is just kind of me entering into a more, I don't know, like a softer, slower pace of life as well. I feel like baking as well is really just time to, I'm not thinking about anything else other than trying to get this eggshell now out of the mixture. Do you know what I mean? Like when I'm doing this, I'm very focused. That is a lot of milk. And I mean, I'm glad I've used it now because it was going to go to waste, but that's a lot of milk. I don't normally use milk in my cake. This is a lot of cake mixture. I'll tell you what, this is looking like the best cake mix I've ever made. So our plans for the weekend, we've got Fiona's birthday tomorrow. I'm planning on doing a long run on Sunday. A long run to me, sorry, I'll tell you in a second. So a long run to me, I've been doing my 5Ks this week, which, what time is it as well? I'm about to work in a minute. Yes, a long run to me is about, I think 10K is a really long run. I want to do about 7 on Sunday. I'm just greasing the pan now. I don't know how to do this properly, I just do it how I think is right. So literally just taking the butter and like kind of just putting it everywhere. But then the guy that I've been watching, he puts a bit of flour around it. He uses parchment paper on the bottom, so I'm not sure about that because I haven't done that before with these tins. And he just kind of greases the inside, and the flour helps it not kind of bake it too much. And also using that foil method, which I've got to do quickly because my time is very, very limited. That also helps to stop the cake from cooking too much against literally the outside of the pan and becoming too hot, basically, I think. I say this as if I know what I'm talking about. I understand the concept. That's the thing, is this is a nice hobby of having, like, you're learning something new as well. But it's also very dependent, like somebody else might say like, no, it's the worst method to use. So I kind of feel like it's just kind of subject to people's opinions, which is fine. So yeah, that's the plan for Sunday. Tomorrow, Saturday, is I've got my nails at 10 AM and God, they're grown out as well. They really need redoing now. And then we've got pottery, and then we've got drinks, then we're going out for a meal, and then we've got We're going to a pub for like live music. There's a lot on tomorrow, so it's gonna be really busy, which, you know, poses the question of I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to actually drop this off to the venue. I'm gonna use, the problem is it's self-raising flour. Will this affect it? Who can I ask? I don't know. So he literally just took like, how did he do this without it all sticking everywhere? I think he just dropped it like, he just put it in the thing like that. And he, oh no, this has already gone wrong because the base of this comes out. On his it didn't. Right, I'll take the base out for now. And I'm just gonna like sprinkle it. Oh God. And he kind of just like passed, yeah, there we go, it's working. He passed it through like that and then discarded the excess into the other one to be used in there. Okay, that went everywhere. Wasn't so bad. The bottom doesn't stick with this, so I'm happy to just leave it as it is. So much banging. My downstairs neighbours must hate me. But the reason I'm kind of thinking about like doing running and stuff is because, I mean, yes, first of all is like my dress fitting, and making sure that I'm happy with how my body looks and, you know, like doing what I can. And, you know, I'd like to get a bit more toned before like the wedding and mainly the honeymoon. The wedding I'm not like fussed about, but it's like the honeymoon I want to look good. We'll see how that goes. That's a very botched job. He also suggested to measure out the ingredients into the tins so that I get like an accurate, like a level kind of spread across the three. The oven is preheated. Okay, let's give this a go. It feels so wrong. Okay, oh no, on zero, right. Let's have a go. Okay, it looks like his did. Like I say, we're dealing with smaller tins. I'm not even sure what I'm measuring for, because if I place some in there, and then I've got to leave, oh no, I've got to leave it so there's a third left for the third one, which I'll bake afterwards. Do I put this in the fridge in the meantime? Do I leave it out? I feel like leaving it out is better because everything is currently room temperature. If I put it in the fridge, it might, come on, drop. It might make things like too solid. Okay, so that's 445. Is this also 445? Oh, stop it. That was 446. And that's 446. I have to actually show you this because you're not going to believe me. I'm sorry, that is a skill. 446, that one, okay, roughly measured, 446. I could not have done that if I'd actually tried. I think I might have actually done this perfectly. Okay, so there's more left, which means I can just put like a scoop of each into the others and then they'll hopefully bake evenly. I am so worried about having used the baking powder when I maybe didn't need to. But we'll see. So what he said to do was, yeah, just wet the kitchen towel and then you kind of wring it out a little bit so it's not like sopping wet. And then you wrap it in the foil and that insulates it so that it doesn't get too hot on the outside, but it does work better when you've got a lighter pan. Right, so I'll show you how I did that a second ago. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. Am I hopeful? I am quite hopeful actually. Oh, it needs to stay. How do I get it to stay? Okay, come and look what I'm doing. I've just got the paper towel, done that to it, and I just kind of folded it over like that. I'm going to repeat now another time, and I've just folded it like that. So then I'm going to put it on the cake today without it coming off, because that's just going to come straight off. I don't know what else to do. I could use string. Will that catch fire? I'm going to use some string. I think he said 35 minutes, so I'll do it until it stops. No, 35. Right. Let's check back in later and see how that goes. I'm going to leave the mess for now. I really can't be bothered to clear it up now. So I removed the string. For anyone worrying, I googled, does string catch fire in the oven? And it did say that, yes, some kinds of strings can ignite. So I've removed the string. So you know when I said I'm not going to bother looking because if it's not where it's supposed to be, we haven't got anything. It was in the cupboard next door where I looked. So I did have flour, and I've since read online, aside from the whole string fiasco, that you shouldn't add baking powder into self-raising flour because it already contains a leveling agent. Well, anyway. So these are two of the cakes. They've come out quite flat, which, are we surprised? Are we surprised knowing that I wasn't supposed to have added baking powder. No, we're not. They've also come out kind of not how I wanted, in terms of like, I cut off the top, by the way, because they were a bit kind of raised in the middle, so the whole point of me wrapping and doing that foil thing, it didn't work, basically. It's fine. Am I semi-annoyed? Like, very mildly. I would be like, if I were water, I'd be like lukewarm annoyed. So they're just cooling. So the third one is in the oven. The bit that I tried off the top, by the way, I cut off, like, there was a tiny bit left, and they were a bit kind of burnt on the top somehow. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, obviously me taking that string off, which would have combusted, so I'm glad I did, but that obviously affected the what's it called? The foil. It wasn't tight around oh, it's still wet as well. They stayed in there the whole time, but it wasn't tight around the tin, so obviously it didn't do anything. But anyway, I tell a lie. This one's just come out of the oven, and look how much darker it is compared to these two. And if you look at like the sponginess, like, can you see it kind of move? Oh, you can't really, I can't do it with one hand. Can you see it move in there? This one is still hot, but it's just, no, to be fair, it is still spongy actually. But yeah, look at the 3 layers. Also, I said tiers earlier, I meant layers. Obviously I'm not doing a 3-tier cake for her birthday. It's 3 layers, but this bottom one, can you hear it's like, I don't know if I should maybe trim this one and put it on top. I think that might be a good idea, because then, but then I also broke it. Can you see that one's got a crack in it there? So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing, but I know I want it to be good, and I've put some foil on the plates, just a normal like table plate, so that I can maybe lift it off after. I just say, it was at this point I realised I shouldn't have carried on, but I did. And again, the same thing goes for here. I thought by cutting it, I would fix it. I've actually come to sit down because I'm actually so bummed out about that cake. I know where I went wrong. I went wrong by, well, first of all, by thinking I could attempt something on a professional level. That was my first mistake. My second mistake was when I broke the middle layer in half and still decided to use a broken layer as the middle supporting layer. No wonder it's bulging out the sides. And then I put the trimmed cake on top, thinking, yeah, that's fine. I can't walk into that restaurant tomorrow, guys. I can't walk into the restaurant and present. I can give them the tin because they're not going to see what's in it. But it's when they come to put the candles on it. Because believe me, I bought candles, I bought everything for this cake. And they're gonna take off the lid. Which they've got to serve it on the lid as well, because I haven't even got it on a plate. I've actually got it in the lid of the tin. And they're just going to think I hate her. They're just literally going to think, like, this girl hates her friend. What I need you to understand is her fiance last year, he got her cake made, proper cake made, and we had it all cut out and served to us at the end of the meal, and that was our dessert. So this year, I thought to save some, first of all, questions of what do you want, what do we get? Like, I just thought, you know what, I'll make you a cake and you're gonna love that. I actually despair. I can't. Why do I think so highly of myself? Why do I think I can do these things without any previous experience? Everyone's texting me now. They're saying it's not that bad. But they're asking, why is it shaped like that? I genuinely thought she was going to look at the cake and be like, oh wow, that must have cost you so much money. But the thing is I took this so seriously. I wasn't making a funny cake. I wasn't doing it to be like, oh, bless her, look, she's trying. So when they laugh at it tomorrow, which they inevitably will, because if you've seen it, my feelings are going to get hurt because I put a lot into that cake. As long as it tastes nice, I think we're fine. But again, I'm thinking those flowers aren't even edible, they're plastic flowers. So we're going to sit there and individually pick off each flower from that cake and not even have a sprinkle. Here is the birthday fit. I feel pretty good, I can't lie. My hair is, I used a new product today. It's from Only Curls, which I've seen on TikTok and like Instagram for a very long time. So I gave it a go, and it hasn't gone like as kind of defined, like the curls at the back are not as curly as they have been, but that's okay, you know, it's very hit and miss curly life. So these are the nails I went for. I went for square again because I broke these 3 off, so I needed to kind of stay square to grow them out. Yeah, here's the look. I'm just gonna run the cake down to the restaurant now, and then I'm gonna get a sandwich on the way up and meet them at 2 outside the shopping centre. We're gonna go to do painting pottery. So I know I'll just sit there and chat, but I've got an idea of doing like a little plate so that for the wedding, like it'll be the cake, like the cake plate for me and Jake to like have our cake. I don't know, I just have like an idea in my head. I think you're doing a salmon. Oh god, it looks even worse on camera. It's gonna like get vibrant. It looks awful on camera. There's your bowl, there's the bowl.
So that's really cool. Oh, that's just not worth it really. It's just gonna really do.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Fiona. And your really deformed cake. Happy birthday to you. Oh God! I cannot lie, that last clip that you just saw is how this entire morning has felt. So it seems like that hour that we've lost, I also lost my mind along with it. It's been beyond, it's taken me till now, and it's wait, this watch is wrong. Oh, hang on, I'm so confused. Oh my god, it's 4 p.m. I haven't changed it because I put it on without, like, before changing it, and I can't with my nails get to the dial thing. Oh my god, this makes so much more sense. So it's 3 p.m. according to this watch and in my head, but it's just been a day. It's been, I've just had no clarity. My brain has been all over the place. I'm now at a point where, due to me not uploading like my weeks kind of as they go on, I can actually tell you why I'm stressed now, which seems weird to say out loud because it's been like in planning for so long. I don't feel like I should, but I can, because by the time I put this on, it would have happened anyway. No, it feels too weird. I can't do it. Okay, if you've watched Gavin and Stacey, you know when Uncle Bryn is planning Gwen's birthday and it's a surprise, and everybody who's met, like, ringing him or texting him, like coming up to him in the street, knocking on their door and like asking about the party, that has been me this entire week. I mean, honestly, since I started planning it in, when did I put the February, start of Feb, end of January. It's been a long time in the making. So Jake's having a surprise party on Friday. It's his 30th birthday, and I've planned for, there's currently like 40 people, to go to the local pub. It's like a function area downstairs. So we're all going to be there and surprise him for his birthday. So he's actually his actual birthday is on Friday. So he doesn't know. He knows there's something happening, and I think he knows it's like we're either like going to get a booth somewhere or we're going to go out for like a dinner and there'll be people, but he doesn't know the sheer quantity of people. He's going to be very overwhelmed. I'm very overwhelmed, and I'm the one planning this all. So I have felt bad because like I've kind of delegated to like one of his work friends, his best man, and then also to his mum. I've just kind of been like, just invite like whoever you think. But we're now at 40 people. On top of that, there's also work has just been, I'm so tired in work, but I won't talk too much about that. Like I said, it's taken me until this time, like 4 p.m, to feel like I'm relatively in control of my week, because it's just started like, I don't know, I just woke up and it just smacked me in the face that like Monday was here, but not just Monday, like there's a lot going on as well. And like I say, work, personal stuff, keeping this from Jake and having to then be like, you know, upbeat, full of energy, my normal self, and like not be weird around him when people are literally texting me when we're looking at my phone together and they're texting, what time is Jake's party? And I'm like, literally like my two closest friends, Sis one here, like supposedly, messaged yesterday morning when they could have easily just gone up in the group chat and looked for the image themselves of the invitation that I sent out like ages ago. She was like, oh, what time is Jake's birthday? And I'm like, if he'd seen that, it would have been game over. Like, it would have actually been game over. He'd have known. And like, I know he knows there's something happening. I just really, really wound me up. I was not impressed, and they've actually gone in the archive and on mute because I can't be risking anything messing up this close to the day. Yeah, we're also going to be going away for a couple of days, actually just the Saturday, Sunday, and we're probably going to come back Sunday night, because we've both got work Monday morning. But it would be quite nice if we could stay and make the most of it, because I think it was either a minimum 2-night booking, or I decided to book 2 nights, checking in at 10 a.m. No, that's a lie. Checking in at 4 p.m. on Saturday and then checking out on Sunday at like 10 a.m. I didn't really see the point in doing it. It's a shepherd's hut with there's a hot tub in like a kind of gazebo, like a fancy gazebo with like a log burner. There's also, it's like an outdoor living room area. It looks really, really cute. So it's only about 40 minutes from here. It's not far at all. It's just kind of east of Winchester. I don't know, my brain's just gone. I'm just so, but like I said, like that text really threw me yesterday. There's been a lot of like payments coming out as well, so I'm having to like really just like watch where everything's going. It's literally birthday season. We had a friend's it's been like 3 people's birthdays this week already. Jake's is this week, then it's my stepdad's 70th, and then actually that's the end of birthday season, but like in between, oh no, there's one more then like afterwards in mid-April. So it's literally a month of like, you can just see I don't want to go on about money because it's not about that. Like obviously they only get one birthday a year, but it's just like, how have I made friends and like close friends with people who are all born as Aries or Taurus babies? I don't understand how it's happened. It's a sick twist of fate. Yeah, so there's also like other wedding bits going on in the background. I don't know. I don't even know like what else there is. But yeah, on the weekend, as you saw, the cake actually went really well. We went to the Dancing Man Brewery, which is down by one of the docks, I guess, one of the docks on the ports in the city, and it's just so pretty in there. Like they're really nice in there. But when I dropped off the cake, and like she told me later on, the woman, she was like, we've never actually had somebody drop off a cake so inconspicuously, yeah. Before, like, I literally went there at 2:45, and we didn't have the booking until 7:30. So she's like, normally they come and they're like, oh, there's a surprise cake, and like they just give them the cake in front of the birthday person. But no, I was very, very good with mine. I planned it very far in advance. And yeah, I mean, it tasted good. It was a little bit dense, but I mean, first time doing that recipe as well, and I mean, we saw how it went. So yeah, definitely would not recommend I definitely do a trial. Just keep it for yourself, freeze it or give it to somebody else, and then make it. I wouldn't be experimenting in future with a new recipe, I just don't do it. Have a trial and then do the real thing. It's really weird because there are other things I can't tell you as well, in terms of like, just there's other things going on that will soon be revealed, but I can't talk about them yet. And they're very exciting. And part of that is to do with our evening tonight. So I won't go into more detail. It's a wedding related thing. It is weird, like a problem shared is a problem halved. I know you're not here, don't mind me, I'm just trying to get my back a bit looser. It's just so stiff from sitting down. Yeah, I kind of feel like now I've got it off my chest. Like I said, the day's worn on a bit, and I just feel like I've done a lot of the work. That was my main thing, was like stuff just kept coming in and coming in and coming in, and I'm like, I'm one person. There is one of me. And there's also a massive project going on in the background. So I won't go into that because it's not what you're here for. But just believe you me, it's been very stressful. And like honestly, like waking up, it's the first thing on my brain, last thing I think of at night, along with all the surprise stuff, along with like the trying to get everything sorted, trying to like coordinate people, trying to think of wedding stuff. It's actually been impossible. But I've made it possible because I am actually Superwoman, apparently. Self-proclaimed. After work, I am going to get out for just a little walk around. I might just go up to the shop, get some stuff and then come back. I've suddenly only got like 30 quid left for the rest of the month. I don't know where that has, like, how has that happened? I must have paid for something like the wrong, I think I paid for my nails on the wrong, I don't know, but basically the account that I put my like daily spend in has now gone to literally like £29, and I'm like, but we're only like 2 weeks into, I don't know, so that kind of wound me up as well. And yeah, I'll meet Jake after work. We've then got bits to do for the wedding, and I've got to stay upbeat and cheery and not give away anything. Oh, and that was okay, I didn't even talk about the reason I was stressed from like Jake's birthday. So aside from my friend messaging me like when he could have easily seen my phone, he is now off from 2:30 onwards on Friday, which means that do you know, I haven't actually told you properly anything. I've just, as I've thought about it now, I'm realising I haven't really told you anything. My mum and stepdad, Rob, they're coming down Thursday. We're going out Thursday. They are supposedly not going to be here on Friday because they're going to another friend's birthday who's 60 on the same day as Jake. That is true, but it turns out they actually are going to be here on Friday. So that means they're going to be picking up a cake that I've also had made because I knew better. I knew better than for me to do it. So I ordered this like a month and a half ago. It's a fishing themed cake. So it's a red velvet 7-inch buttercream icing cake. And again, I've had dreams of that going wrong. It just feels really weird to say it out loud because even on the phone, I'm like so hush hush and like I'll text and I'll delete the text. So it's very all over the place. Then we've got balloons coming. We've got a graze table. A graze table is just like a picky bits board basically for like 40 people. What else? The cake, that. And then I've got some photos being delivered, which should have come today and they haven't. So I'm a bit, hope they come tomorrow because anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, they're coming. So it's like all pictures of Jake like throughout the years and like him and his friends, him and me, him on his own. So they're going to be strung up on like fairy lights like I had at my hen do. It's the same concept. I've actually got the same fairy lights in the pegs. So hopefully there's enough. And I'm going to decorate that. But that now the fact that he's off at 2:30, it means that if I was even going to get a chance to get some time off anyway on Friday because of the work that's going on in the background, how that was the context for that, it now means that I have to keep him occupied for 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, the best part of 3 hours. Well, it'll be 3.5 hours because I said to everybody to arrive at like 5:30 and then he would get there for 6. So I can't even be there and greet them. I have to now send Mum and Rob down, which is absolutely fine. That's kind of what they're here for as well. We then have to get there. I have to convince him he wants to go walk that way and not that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was already a lot to it, and now he's finishing earlier. It just feels like kind of the impossible task because he's so inquisitive as well. Like, I mean, I've ruined things in the past, but like, I don't want him to ruin it for himself by like asking questions and being too kind of nosy. Anyway, I've waffled on way too much. And I don't even know how much of that I'll keep in because I didn't even get to the point of what I was saying until just then. Do you know, I might just close off this this previous week's vlog there because I know it's only been like a couple of days, but I just feel like I have provided enough like mayhem and carnage for you to witness. Thank you very much for watching. Wish me luck. I am going to need it for this next week and this next, so like next week's vlog that I'll start recording like tomorrow is going to be all about like preparing and getting Jake's birthday done and then when we're going away and stuff. So stay tuned for that. I am really excited. I am excited. This is the thing. I am excited for it. It's just like trying to get it all into motion with other, like, an entire life going on separately. It's just crazy. I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope that missing hour isn't taking too much of a toll on you on this Monday day. It's such a nice day today. I'm definitely gonna go out for a walk after work. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.